Kia ora, good afternoon. My name is Maggie Powell, and I'm a Strategic Operations Project Manager at Silver Fern Farms. It is an honour to be here with you today and share a call to action at this annual hui as a member of the Circle's Rangatahi Advisory Panel. Thank you, Minister Watts, for hosting us this evening. It is a real privilege to be here with you again today. Thank you also to the Aotearoa Circle Guardians for the opportunity to be a part of this kaupapa, and my fellow RAP members for the opportunity to sit alongside you all on this journey. When I was first asked to deliver this call to action, I immediately began thinking about my why, and I continued to come back to one proverb. We do not inherit the world from our ancestors, we only borrow it from our children. So this is my call to action, to ensure that our future is sustainable and prosperous for generations to come. My generation, Gen Z, know all too well the realities of the world that we have inherited. Our generation is the most connected in history. With the world and news quite literally at our fingertips, and the constant access we have to multiple sources of information simultaneously, it is hard to ignore the reality of the world around us. Recent studies have shown that Gen Z would consider climate change one of their biggest concerns, and this won't come as a surprise to many of you. Growing up in a rapidly changing world, we have witnessed firsthand the impacts of severe environmental degradation. From the devastating wildfires that ravage our forests, to the rising sea levels that threaten our coastal communities, and the extinction of multiple species, the evidence of climate change is all around us. But we are also a generation that sees hope. We see the power of collective action, the strength of our voices, and the potential for innovative solutions. Our generation are no longer on the sidelines. We are the new leaders, the innovators, and the change makers. We are taking control of our future and what this future will look like for the generations that follow us. Our future should be more than a dollar value of spend committed to implementing sustainability initiatives on a company's balance sheet, or on priorities that prioritise the profits of a few over the longevity of many. Our future health and prosperity will be measured by the suitability of sustainable infrastructure, food security, access to sustainable resources, and an economy that prioritises the sustainability of humanity and our planet. Nature is simply our bottom line. At the end of the day, to put it simply, the planet will be okay, but humans will not be. Mother Nature will repair and rebuild herself, but the question on whether we as humans will be around to see it remains. We are the ones making our existence more untenable, and Mother Nature will triumph with or without us. Mother Nature provides us with everything we rely on to survive. She sustains us. But as a species, we as humans are adults now, and it is our turn to take care of her. It is a privilege for me in my professional role to be aligned with the symbol of the silver fern. I'm incredibly proud to work for a business which creates and shares food through a closer connection to nature. Together as a business, we are on the same waka, but each have our own paddle, moving in the same direction with collective momentum to leave a wake for the next generation. Our brand is a treasured symbol of the silver fern, and we have a duty and a responsibility to live up to its mana and what it represents. The silver fern can be a powerful beacon for all of us. It is a symbol of our state of constant motion, always improving and working towards the balance and harmony of people, land, and nature. The silver fern allows us to illuminate old pathways to find new ways forward, for us to be united by our collective mission toward a nature-positive future through kaitiakitanga, kotahitanga, and manakitanga, continuing the enduring value of our nation's culture and ensuring intergenerational prosperity. Someone recently asked me what my dream was for the future, and my answer was quite simple. I dream that my future children and grandchildren will be able to grow up in the same Aotearoa New Zealand that I did. A New Zealand where the forests are lush and green, where there are pristine beaches and waterways to swim, where the Southern Alps are covered in winter snow to ski, and where there are native species that are not able to be found anywhere else in the world. A New Zealand where they can play outdoors and breathe in clean air, live in a home that is warm and dry, and where the food we eat is sourced locally from our nation's farmers and growers. In 50 years, when I'm one day hopefully looking at my own grandchildren, I do not want to apologise to them for the role that my generation played in our climate crisis. I want to be proud of the meaningful changes we made and show them the action that we took to protect and enhance our natural environment to ensure that their future is bright and prosperous. Now, more than ever, I know that I am kaitiaki for their future. So, this is not just a call to action, it is a call to hope, a call to resilience, and a call to protect the world that sustains us. Together, we can build a future where people and nature flourish side by side, ensuring a legacy of life and beauty for generations to come. Thank you.
Tūhia ki te rangi, tūhia ki te whenua, tūhia ngā mana mai ki ngā hau e whā, ka rongo te pō, ka rongo te ao, tihei mauri ora. Tuatahi ake me mihi ki ngā iwi e tau nei, Ngāti tō rangatira, Ngāti raukawa, te Ātiawa. Me mihi hoki ki a tātou te hunga ora, tātou kua hui mai nei I ngā mahi. I ngā mana, I ngā reo, e raurangatira mā. Tēnā koutou katoa. I've started by acknowledging mana whenua of this region, and secondly, all of us here today. It is a privilege to stand here before you all. Thank you, Vicky, for the introduction, and thank you, Minister Watts, for the warm welcome. I also want to acknowledge the Aotearoa Circle Guardians that are here today. Everyone in this room is here for one reason. We are all here collectively working towards solutions to care for te taiao and enable long-term restoration of natural capital for Aotearoa. Today, we've heard about the launch of some promising kaupapa, like focusing on regional communities to understand the unique way in which climate change is impacting them. We hope this will be a catalyst for a more on-the-ground approach, addressing the nuanced effects around our changing climate. We are already aware that there are no quick-fix solutions, and real change needs to include long-term thinking. At the core must be the voices of our young people. You've probably heard the saying, give young people a seat at the table. But my challenge to everyone here today is this: don't just give young people a seat. Invest in them, build their capacity, upskill them, because what good is a seat at the table if they aren't empowered to contribute meaningfully? Sometimes the challenge isn't always a young person's capability. It's a system that determines whose voices are heard and valued. How do we bridge the gap between young people and decision-making spaces, not just in the boardroom, but at every level? We are facing a climate, nature, and inequality crisis. However, there is an opportunity for us to turn the dial if we approach solutions with a multi-generational perspective, combining the knowledge and experiences of different generations. We are simultaneously living in a time of rapid change: climate change, technological change, and social change. My generation has been born into this change. We experience the world differently. We engage with it differently, and we adapt easily to constant change. We are also change makers. Largely due to social media, in 2024, cucumber salad and marry me chicken rose to become some of the most Googled things in Aotearoa. A mocha is the most popular coffee order, not a flat white, and badminton has become one of the most popular sports in New Zealand. Organisations receive immediate feedback in real time. Reputations are built and broken faster than ever before. Consumers can make informed decisions, news is spread rapidly, and information is more accessible than ever. So, who is going to address and drive solutions to improve these challenges whilst navigating ongoing change over the decades to come? It's me. It's us. It's the Rangatahi Advisory Panel. It's young people in this room and across Aotearoa. But it's also you. It's all of us. We all have a part to play, and no one can do it alone. Young people are change makers, but we can't do it alone. We need you. You have the expertise, the experience, and the resources, and we bring fresh perspectives, new ways of thinking, and an urgency for action. I often think of ngā tamatoa, a group of young activists of the 1970s whose legacy is still felt to this day and who would not have had their enduring impact without the wisdom and guidance of Dame Whina Cooper. This was a multi-generational movement, and I, as a young Māori woman, benefit from that legacy. My generation got to go to Kohanga Reo and experience an Aotearoa that has embraced Te Ao Māori because of their joint activism that spanned generations. I can't highlight this important movement of the past without acknowledging some incredible young changemakers of today, like Simran Carr, who is empowering thousands of young wahine to take control of their finances, Jazz Thornton, who is reshaping the conversation around mental health by spreading hope and sharing stories, and Te Kahukura Boynton, who is bridging the wealth gap by providing knowledge and resources on personal finance, investment, and self-development. All of this shows that one thing remains constant. Relationships matter, people matter, and how we work together to navigate challenges in this changing world matters. So, I invite you, employers, decision makers, and leaders, to invest in your young people, build their capacity, support them, and affirm their value in helping secure long-term prosperity, resilience, and growth for Aotearoa. Young people are already leading change. Back them so they can do even more. Because again, a seat at the table means nothing if all we're doing is sitting. 30 years from now, I do not want our children to live with the impact of inaction. I want them to be living in resilient communities where everyone is safe, joyful, and connected to nature, knowing their parents, aunties, and uncles were among the leaders who made the bold, long-term investments in Te Taiao and benefiting from our commitment to put the health of Te Taiao, the environment, and people first. I'll finish with this. Nā tōroro, nā takuroro, ka ora ai te iwi. With your basket and my basket, the people will thrive. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora.